All right, so let me start with a presentation here, going back to the console, to the upstream console. One thing that you will notice when you go here to Fleets, create a fleet, select Elastic, next, put any name, let me say Elastic Fleet 1, choose an instance type, and then go next. You have no supported applications. You may face this. So, all right, so let's create an application. So then you come here, let's say Notepad, and then, okay, you need an icon, a PNG, right? So you have to upload it to an S3, and then after you upload it, you have to put the application executable, the working directory, which is optional, the launch parameters also optional if you need, and then choose the operating system, supported family, and then you get here to this app block. It needs an app block for the application to work. So, all right. So how do we do that? First thing for sure is to go to the documentation, which explains part by part. So, okay, start creating an app block, then go to create an application, and here more details on how to store the application icon, mount or setup script, VHD, and so on and so forth. It even has examples of how to do that using, for example, creating a VHD, using Windows, using Linux, mount scripts for both Amazon Linux and Windows as well, and so on and so forth. You may find this a little too much sometimes, so as a quick setup for you to get into this, I've developed this page here, which works as a wizard to create this for you. So let me do this here, and I will show you what it does later. All right, so first thing it asks is to prepare an S3 bucket. So this is the structure I follow, and let me tell you, this is the structure it has to be. So bucket, folder, files. And here we ask for the bucket. Let me get here my S3. This is my bucket. This is my folder. And I will select this and go back here. Okay, and there's a forward slash here. Okay, cool. So as you can see here, upstream needs access to the bucket you created above. So inform the bucket name with folder here. And that's what I've just done. And I can generate a policy for this because upstream, again, needs access to it, needs permissions to this. So this is the policy. I can simply, now that I copied, I can go back there, come back here to the bucket, permissions, and include my bucket policy. I already have one here, but I could simply use that one. Let me delete this one. And okay, and now I can add it and put here my policy. Okay, save changes. Cool. Now we have it. Continuing, here is how to create the VHD file. In our documentation, for Windows, we show how to do this using disk part. I personally prefer to do the GUI interface. So just open disk management, go to action, create VHD, and then put the name of your VHD to a location you know already. Define the size. The maximum size in our documentation, it says around 1.5 terabyte gigabytes. I would say to put less than this. In my case here, I'm creating a 500 VHDX file using dynamically expanding to keep it smaller. All right, so continuing here, once you created your VHD, here I explain how you could do, like if you have a self-contained application like a .exe application that doesn't need Windows registry, for example, or files in other locations, you could simply move this application to your VHD. You just need to mount it, and to mount it for sure, you just need to double click this VHD file. Let me show you, for example. So here, let me leave my downloads folder. And here I've created it already. So just double click on it and you can just move your application here. And as you can see here, I have one application called 2048 Portable. Let me open here for you. Let's see just how long it takes. Probably not much. And here we have the game. So just need to do that. And okay, cool. This is my application that I'm going to use in this presentation as well. Let me eject. Okay, cool. Continuing. All right, so here I ask you to inform the location as seen in the OS. Let me go back there. I don't know why did I close it. All right, so here, and this is the name of the application. So if I get the path of the location and put here for backward slash 2048 portable.exe. Um, of course, this drive may not exist in your AppStream Fleet instance, but don't worry, this is going to be cleaned up um, once we move on, or you can simply just clean yourself. But if you forget, don't worry, it will clean that for you later on. You also need an icon, and if you don't have an icon and you're following this page here, you may have downloaded Notepad++. Here is the PNG file you can use for your test. All right, so let me upload the files to my bucket, which is in Finance Apps, upload, add files, and let me come here to my desk. Okay, this is the VHD I want. And pictures, this is the icon image I want. Let me upload it. It's going to take some time because the VHD. Let me go back to the page meanwhile. Okay, I'm uploading both the icons and the vdisk. Perfect. Now, Elastic Fleets need a mount script. Remember, this is done by your mount script. You have the VHDX file and it needs to be mounted in the OS. So you need your script, your mount script. I have here an example that works well for me. You may have your own script, and also you can use the one that we provide in our documentation. Let me see if I can find it easily here. Here, but we do have here. So whatever suits you well. Here in my page, I will populate what you need out kind of automatically for you. So, all right, if you inform an app block name, the name of my app block will be Finance Apps. And the name of the VHD, remember it was a app v3.vhdx. I can populate the command below for you. So, okay, I clicked here and here I have my mount script. I just need to download it. And now here is the explanation. So the script will first create a folder named C and in the C drive EF apps, then mount my VHD with no ladder, and then get the partition created by it and mount it to the EF apps folder. Okay, and once we have it, we can upload it to the S3. Remove the txt extension before. As you can see here, it downloads as .txt. Why? Because if it's .ps1, it will give you an alert. So that's why I decided to just provide as a txt. Okay, so let me come back here to the S3. Let me close this. Now that we have uploaded, add files and downloads because I downloaded this script. Let me open, upload, and of course I forgot to change the extension, but that's fine. I need just to select it and rename it, removing this. Okay, cool. Now we have our .ps1 here. All the files we need in the S3 bucket. Let's continue with the project details as our next step. Okay, so all right, so there are so many fields here, right? Um, that's the thing that this page can help you because you have those links here, populate field. So just click here, it populated for you, and keep doing that. And again, I don't want 60 seconds, I will put 20 seconds. 20 seconds is okay. Let's say that your script takes like 5 seconds. I would definitely put something around 20 seconds just in case, because sometimes the server is busy and won't run as fast as it should. So 20 seconds for this script, for let me come back here, for this script here is safe to use. So let me come back to the project details. Okay, now 20 seconds, perfect. The application name. The application name is 2048. Now we're asking the icon S3 location. Let me populate bucket. And as we haven't provided the image name yet, here we have to inform. So it's going to be finance apps / 2048.png. Okay. And finally, our launch path. So populate launch path, we get our launch path here. And remember, because our script is creating and mounting our VHD or VHDX file to this folder, our launch path starts with this folder. And this is selected already by default. I won't change. And the same here, I won't change. It's going to be general purpose. Okay, and final step, create the app block. Once you provided everything, you can simply download the CloudFormation template here, or if you want to go with the CLI, there are some steps you have to go further. But yeah, that's pretty much you can do that as well. I personally prefer just go with the CloudFormation and then download it here. Here I have my template downloaded. Then I can go to the CloudFormation here, upload the template file, select it, click next, put the name, it's going to be finance apps ElasticFleet, if I can type. Okay, as you can see here, all the parameters are already here, so I don't need to change anything. And then I can just do the same thing as you do with any CloudFormation template. Next, next, and then create stack. Okay, so let's see if it's going to create. Okay, one created. Now the app block was created. Now we're waiting for the application. Okay, application created and it was complete. Cool. Let me come back here. Now I can come back to the page. If I come here to applications, you will see the application you created is here, and the same, the app blocks, the finance app block is also created here. Then you just need to come here to fleets, create fleet, elastic, next, put the name finance apps, For example, general purpose, I'm going to use medium for this one. Next, here is my application. So select, let's see, I acknowledge, create, and okay, it's starting. And final step, stacks, create stack, finance app, apps in this case. And then select a fleet, finance apps, that is starting. But at this moment, it takes less than 5 minutes, maybe 5 minutes, I don't know, but not much. So next, I'll leave everything as default here. Next, and create stack. All right, so while it starts, let me just see, yeah, it's still starting. Let me just give you a little bit more information on this. So if you have any doubt in some field, for example, I try to put in some information on this. So, for example, in this one, you have information on what to type. The same here, if you hover your mouse for some time, it gives you a little bit more information on that. And this was done just to not leave the page all polluted with lots of information. The idea here is to keep it as simple as possible for you to have your Elastic Fleet working with your app lock and your application. All right, at this time, let's see if it's okay. It's running already. So now I can come here to my stack, select Finance Apps, create streaming URL. Let me say user one. Okay, get URL, copy link, and I will use this Chrome browser here. Let me just close this. Here we have our 2048. Let me pause here for a moment and I'll be back once it gets ready. Okay, it was faster than I thought. Unfortunately, I can't show you the time now because I just select this part of my screen. But it was really like the time I used to type pause, give a deep breath, and then, oh, okay, I have to start again. So here, um, let's see, preparing applications. I'm not going to stop this time. Let's see how long it takes then. Okay, connecting. And ta-da! Here we have our application 2048 portable. Let me allow this. And yeah, cool. And that's it. Let me stop here, and I hope it will be useful for you.